Hey guys, it's been a while since my last video, but I've got two lightsabers to show you. Before we start, I'd like to say that these are works in progress. They're not complete yet. The exterior of them is done, but in regards to interiors and crystal chambers, they're not yet finished. So work in progress. But it's been a while since my last video, so I thought I probably should make a new video and bring some new content to my channel. So I'm showing you what I've been working on recently. As you can see, we've got a Luke Skywalker Return the Jedi and a Darth Vader, and I'll go more into detail in them individually. So firstly, let's start with the Luke Skywalker. Now this I built using parts from the Master Replicas Luke Return the Jedi. Now the Master Replica is actually based upon the Hero model, where it has the control box with the little arrow shaped LEDs and the sort of copper coloured finishing here and on the neck. Anyway, the parts that I got was mainly just the body and the emitter. The neck had been cut out. I bought a bunch of parts from a fellow enthusiast who builds props, and I thought I'd have a crack at doing a V2 style using the parts of a Master Replica's Hero Luke. So what I did is I built a neck for it using some just odds and ends really that I had. Attached the neck, filed it down, and attached the emitter flange to it. Added a few rings to the top here. Built the neck from scrap. As for the body, there wasn't really much to do to the body other than the sort of weathering really. On pictures of the V2 prop, you have this black section here that has been heavily weathered. It's actually, in a few pictures, there's barely any sort of black paint left on it. It's just been completely scratched off, but this is very easy to do. Just spray paint this section and just went over it with just a whole bunch of tools really, just to create this kind of scratched off effect. Then I went over it with some shoe polish and got it all in the grooves and in the rings here in the grenade section, and really went all over it. These bits are just sort of this was a glue that was that I got on my fingers and I accidentally stuck to it, and I thought, you know, I'm going to leave that on, and that actually, along with the discoloration from the weathering, it actually looks pretty good. It adds to the effect of the weathering. The tri-ring was part of the Master Replicas. Now, I didn't want to have to put a graphics clamp on this. Firstly, because they're pretty, I wouldn't say they're hard to come by, but for this type of build, I didn't really want to go to the effort of buying, sourcing a clamp, buying one, and just sticking it on a Master Replica. So I thought I'd do a bit of a mashup, really, of the two styles. So it has overall the V2 colorations, and also I almost forgot to mention the on the emitter flange, the same type of weathering as on the bottom as well. You've got just all around here. I studied the prop photos pretty closely, and I did the best I could in regards to the weathering that you see on the prop. I'll admit the neck is maybe, this part of the neck is maybe just slightly too thick, but with the parts available to me, I think I did a pretty good job at replicating the black neck section on the V2. Anyway, as I was saying, it has the Hero control box on it, and that's fine. I think it looks really nice as far as a sort of mashup style goes. Now, interior, what I did is inside there is two spring-loaded rods that run down to the bottom of the hilt in here, and using some long bolts that extend up into here, I've actually made a sort of spring-loaded opening mechanism where you push in and it slides open. Now, as I said, work in progress. I haven't even really started designing the crystal chamber yet. It's just the bare bones. There's a space here ready to design whatever I feel looks right. I haven't actually sourced the crystal for this yet. It all depends on the size of the crystal and the shape of the crystal that you're using. Generally, when I'm building, I like to build around the crystal rather than sort of build a chamber and then just hope that I can find a crystal that fits. It sort of makes more sense to me anyway. And this just clicks shut as such. There is a slight gap there, as you can see, but I will remedy that once I've finished with the crystal chamber. I will put something around or inside here so you can't look straight through it. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty well, considering at this stage. I mean it's not finished yet, but I think at a glance it does look like a V2. Of course, this isn't for dueling. This is a display piece and potentially wearable because of the tri-ring. But as a display piece, I'm pretty pleased with how that came out. And I actually have a few other parts as well to build. I'm going to try to build a second one as well with a crystal chamber. So that's the Luke V2 Hero mashup one done. Now moving on to the second saber. This is Darth Vader's saber. This was a Master Replica's A New Hope Darth Vader. This was broken. There's no, I've stripped the electronics out, and what I've done is I've added some modifications to it which make it look a little bit more like the prop used in Empire Strikes Back. The difference mainly being is with the Empire Strikes Back prop is these wires here that come out of these little slots, the clamp, and these being longer. In the Empire Strikes Back prop, the grips actually go all the way up to the clamp section, but not really much I can do about that here. So what I did is, this is hollow, like as I said, hollowed it out, but what I did is I actually put in a LED and blade holder module here. This is another part that I had laying around, and it fit very nicely inside. Not snug, but what I did is these bits here, they were in the original, the screws were just for show. They didn't really do anything at all. So I removed them and I actually put in proper screws. Now, luckily enough, I had some screws that fit the thread of these, and these go inside and they hold that a little tighter, but I actually have glued it inside with some quick steel clay, so that's nice and firm in there. That's if I decide to do anything with it. That's just so that it is an option in the future. At the moment, I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. I then artificially sort of weathered the metal, same sort of techniques as I used, rubbed it with a shoe brush, and I also had some I found that I had quick steel on my fingers, and when it makes the metal kind of look, the best way I can describe it is murky. And then I sprayed it with a nice enamel, and it gave this kind of sort of spackled, kind of worn out, slightly kind of almost burnt in some sections. Did some fine detailing on the letters on it as well, to sort of deliberately pushed some dirt into them. Not dirt, but made it look like there's sort of like dirt and grime build up. The clamp was silver. This section was silver, but I spray painted it because so it looks more like the Highland clip, that clamp, sorry, that is on the actual prop. Some more weathering down here on the hilt on the bottom here. A few more sort of grimy sections here on the lines. And as I said, it is hollow all the way through because I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. But even if I didn't want to do anything at all, it is a really nice shelf piece. Just because it's a really nice looking saber, and it's quite iconic. It being, Darth Vader is one of the most well-known villains in movie history. So it's a nice sort of prop piece. So not too sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I am thinking, and my options are there. So these are the two that I have been working on recently, a sort of father-son combo. That wasn't intentional. That's just the way the parts sort of fell into place. Anyway, hopefully I will have an update sooner, more rather than later, in regards to building interiors for these, or maybe this one. Not too sure about that one. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and thank you for following me and watching my videos. If you'd like to see more pictures of my collection of lightsabers and sort of step-by-step updates of the projects that I work on, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram link in the in the description section. And thank you very much for watching.